expansion pack for, of course, if you're like me and love Battlefield Bad Company 2, you'll definitely gonna jump and rejoice with this. It's an expansion pack for Battlefield Bad Company 2. It's called Battlefield Bad Company 2 Vietnam, and it's sort of like they're trying to rival Call of Duty Black Ops. Of course, I think Call of Duty Black Ops will be better than that because it's a full game, but this should just sort of be a little bit of an Easter egg, a bit of a cookie, and it should be pretty fun to get out there and being able to have that Battlefield experience. And of course, hopefully we should be flying some F4 Phantoms pretty soon. Anyway, this is the trailer for Me 3, and I'll just let you guys watch that. It's only about a minute. I'll cut it down a bit, like the actual title, Call of Duty Vietnam. I'll just cut that down. But anyway. As you can see, that showed off some pretty nice stuff. I mean, a whole village engulfed in flames, and the Dragon Lady, or Hannah Hanoi, or whatever her name is, saying, you know, they will give you a GI, but only after you're dead. That's actually a common thing in Vietnam. A little history here. She used to come on broadcast to the GIs and the Allied soldiers, like Australia and the Philippines and everything else that were Allied, and I think it was a common custom. If she mentioned your squad, you had to throw a beer can at the radio. Well, apparently that's what it says when I researched it. But anyway, this new map pack should feature 4 new maps, and maybe it's, I think, a campaign, a little extra campaign thing. But yeah, it should mainly feature 4 new maps, new weapons, new achievements, new vehicles, and hopefully, as you've seen in the video, Phantoms and Iroquois Bell Huey H1s. Hopefully, because they look pretty nice, and I've always, if you're like me and love the Hueys and you played the original Battlefield Vietnam, then they're pretty nice. It's control and pretty nice to use, and they die pretty quickly. But yeah, hopefully they should throw in a Cobra in there as well, just instead of the Apache. Although, yeah, the Apache is pretty nice too. And maybe, now I'm not saying this isn't confirmed, but maybe, just maybe, we might just play as something more than the US and Russia, or US and Vietnam. Maybe we might just get to play as another faction like Australia or the Philippines, or whoever else is over there during the war, which would be pretty fun as well, to have that NATO experience. Like, I think this special services thing, I think they got for Battlefield, I think, for the original ones. Well, yeah, anyway, this looks really good, and I'm really hoping it comes out quite soon. It's scheduled for release in, I think, December, and it just said winter, so and I'm not quite sure when, what day or what day, yeah, but that should be winter for the United States, so in other words, December for you, but in Australia it should still be December, only over here it should be summer, so either way, Christmas gift, it should be, looking forward to that, guys. So winter or summer, wherever you live, December, let's hope, I can't wait for this to come out. Now, the last thing on my list is the return of a legend, Portal. And now they've come up with Portal 2, the sequel, which is, if you've played the first game like me, the original Portal, and had some fun with that, it's basically using a developed science weapon, a portal gun, to just place and find your way through these mazes and puzzles that this maniac, a robot, named GLaDOS, who killed all the scientists in the facility, has set up for you. And she promises you cake if you complete the courses. And so anyway, you have to work your way through the courses, and eventually, spoiler alert, you reach the end and finally escape. But GLaDOS is intent on making sure you do not get the cake and you do not survive. So you have to verse off against her as she tries to kill you in so many different ways. And yeah, it's really good. In the end, when you finally kill her, you're blasted out of the laboratory, and that's pretty much where it leaves off. You think you've killed GLaDOS, everything's fair, and you're finally out of the laboratory and back into mainstream life, which apparently is Half-Life 2 sort of era with combines rolling the earth. Yeah, not much better, but still. Anyway, now this one is set way after the original, and it's probably when the Aperture Science laboratories are sort of decaying and they're falling in on each other itself. And what's happened is Shell, the main character, has been put in cryo for a couple of 100 years. And when you finally awake, you you meet some sort of, it's I forget the name of these guys, cores. Yeah, you meet and you meet this core named Wheatley. Now these are the things that make up the robot I was talking about before, GLaDOS. Anyway, you have to make your way through the decaying structures and find your way through this massive old laboratory that's just been unused for centuries. And you and Wheatley plan an escape, and you end up getting into a lot of trouble and finding your way back to where GLaDOS used to be stationed. And Wheatley accidentally hacks in and wakes up GLaDOS. And I guess from that point on, you reconduct the tests, and you go back into the breach, so to speak. Anyway, this time though, you have more complex puzzles that she's made up for you, and she's essentially rebuilding the laboratories around you. And you get to face off against so many different puzzles, and mazes filled with automatic robots armed with machine guns known as turrets. And this also features a 2-player co-op mode, which can be played via Xbox Live, or if you have Xbox or whatever, PS3 or whatever you. I think this is only for Xbox, I think, and PC. But yeah, you play this by internet or Xbox Live, and pretty much it's a separate storyline away from the original. And basically, you play as two sort of cores and a turret that's been rebuilt for more testing. It should make its release sometime in 2011. Sadly, it used to be 2010, and now, yeah, it's been pushed back. Yeah, sadly. But I'm really, really hoping, and I really can't wait for this, because it is such an extraordinary game. If you're thinking this, you haven't played the game, you think, I couldn't be bothered with it. It is actually really fun, and it's quite challenging, and in the end it does become a bit, if you're really addicted first-person shooter, it does become a bit of dash and run and trying to get away from turrets and use your own wit and skill to be able to figure out these puzzles. And it's a good change, trust me. I used to be addicted to first-person shooters. Portal is absolutely a legend, and it was turned a small college experiment into a really big phenomenon, and everybody plays it, I think. As far as I'm concerned, my friends, they all play it, so yeah. So as I said, release date sometime in 2011. Anyway guys, that's it for this week. Thanks for watching. Now, please leave a comment on what you think about this week's episodes, or what you think about new updates, new games coming out. And if you got any questions or anything that you want me to review, I will look them up for you. And so please comment, rate, subscribe, and just leave anything you really want me to find out or look up. Just PM me or just leave a comment. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. Gamer Zulu out.
It's been a long time. How have you been? I've been really busy being dead. After you murdered me.
You did what?
Okay, look. We both said a lot of things that you're going to regret. But I think we can put our differences behind us. For silence, you monster.